So earlier this year, I was working with a boxing coach, and one of the videos we produced got over 800,000 views across the different social media platforms if you add the views up. And in this video, I'm just going to share with you all the strategies, all the techniques, all the psychology that I use as the person behind the camera and editing the videos to optimize this video to get as many views as possible. So let's get started by first watching like 10 seconds or so of this video so you get an idea of what this video is about.
Here are 3 different guards you can use in boxing. The first guard, the peekaboo guard, made famous by Mike Tyson. Nice and square, hands up. Okay, this guard here is made for more aggressive fighters to get in it inside and throw those punches. The second guard, the Philly shell, made famous by Floyd Mayweather. Okay,
Alright, so you get the idea of what the video is about, and now I'm just going to break down all the psychology and all the techniques that I use when editing and when filming this video to get as many views as possible, because I feel like there's a lot of psychology behind these videos that I didn't know when I first started out, but I just wanted to share some of them with you. So let's get started from the very start, and I want you to think about how we can imply competence, imply that he actually knows his stuff from the setting, the way he looks. So let's just play the hook.
Here are 3 different guards you can use in boxing. The first guard.
So that was the hook, and yeah, I just want you to think about all the different techniques you could use to show competence, that he's actually good, that he knows his stuff. All right, you got an answer? Well, I'm going to share with you 2 things that I did purposely when filming this video. So the first thing we did was I asked him to wear a singlet, so that shows off his muscles, right? He's obviously visibly very big, very strong, which adds to his credentials that he's a boxer and he can help you learn how to box. And that's not something he has to say out loud. We can imply it because he doesn't have to tell you he's got big muscles when he can show it, you know? So there's one way we try to imply competence. The second way is the location, the setting. You know, we're filming in a boxing ring, and it's very hard to get access to a boxing ring unless you're like a fighter, maybe you train consistently at the gym, maybe you're an owner, maybe you're a coach. So that setting is hard to access. So that was another way we implied competence. And also this singlet, snapback boxing, also adds to the entire brand. All right, so that was the hook. Here are 3 different guards you can use in boxing, I believe. Yeah, and another thing you can notice about this hook is that it is very clear, very direct. If you're a viewer, you know immediately what you're going to get out of the video. So as the viewer, you now have a choice to either watch it all the way or not, or scroll past, but you know exactly what this video is going to be about. There's a promise, and you're going to assume that he's going to fulfill on that promise, right? So there's a clear hook, clear value proposition. And usually with my hook, I try to use one of 3 things. I either use competence, curiosity, or connection. And in this case, it's competence because, you know, he's the physique and the setting of being in the boxing ring. So yeah, if you can leverage either competence, curiosity, or connection in your hook, I feel like that gives people a reason to keep watching. And if you're making educational content like what I do a lot of the time, I feel like competence is quite important. And also notice here, there's an image of recognizable fighters as well, because that's leveraging connection a little bit, you know? So competence, curiosity, or connection. This is connection because we probably know Tyson and Ngannou, and this was around the time of the fight. So, you know, people recognize these fighters, so that builds a connection. It's like almost like introducing a mutual friend, right? So that's the hook. Now let's move on to the next part.
You can use in boxing. The first guard, the peekaboo guard, made famous by Mike Tyson. Nice and squid.
All right, so the first guard made famous by Mike Tyson. Now this is a technique, and that's leveraging other people's brand. Now, let me explain what a brand is. So I got this idea from Alex Hormozi, right? So think about it. What is a brand? Now, Alex Hormozi argues that a brand is just an association of ideas. Now, if I tell you I'm a medical student, I want you to think about all the things you can assume about me, you know? Probably you might think, okay, I know how to study. I probably worked hard to get into the spot. Some people think medical students are smart. So, right, these are just all these associations with the brand of medical student, right? And now when I say I am a medical student, you're going to associate those ideas with me as well. So therefore, I'm leveraging the med school brand that people already know about to like tell them what I'm about, right? So in this case, he shares that, this is a guard by Tyson. Yeah, this is a guard made famous by Mike Tyson, right? And since we already have the associations that Mike Tyson is a good boxer, a very impressive boxer, a great boxer, then we're gonna associate that this guard is also a very good guard. You know what I mean? So if he just said, oh, this is just one guard you can use in boxing, we might not listen as much as if he said, this is a guard that Mike Tyson popularized. You know what I mean? So I'm leveraging Mike Tyson's brand, or Ref is leveraging Mike Tyson's brand to get people to listen. And this is very important, especially when you're first starting out, when people don't know who you are. It's often quite useful to use a brand that people already have associations with and talk about that, or say that you're, I don't know, a medical student or whatever. So that's what a brand is. And if you can leverage a brand that already pre-exists to help you grow initially, since people don't know who you are, I think that's a fair play. Next, let's keep watching this video. I'm going to break down how we keep people engaged.
By Mike Tyson. Nice and square, hands up. Okay, this guard here is made for more aggressive fighters to get in it inside and throw those punches. The second guard, the Philly shell, made famous by Floyd Mayweather. Okay, keep it.
All right, there we go. Another brand, Floyd Mayweather. And now notice how we retain attention with lists. So generally the structure with short form content that's educational usually is hook, retain, reward. So we've covered the hook. Now we go into the retain section. And retain is where we retain the audience's attention with either steps, lists, or stories. Now, hook, retain, reward is a model created by Alex Hormozi. So retain, we go into lists here. So 3 guards you can use in boxing. So now we're on to number 2. And another thing I wanted to point it out was that every time we use somebody else's brand, we also show it, because I think showing's pretty much as powerful, if not more powerful, than telling. All right, so yeah, we retain attention with either steps, lists, or stories. Cool.
Okay, keeping the rear hand nice and close to your chin. Okay, lead hand protecting the body and also protecting the chin from here. Okay, it's made for counter punches, so you can counter your opponent as they strike. The third guard.
All right, before we go into the last few points, I wanted to share that these captions also help improve retention. And if you want to learn how you can add captions just like this, check out this video right here where I share with you the secret formula, the secret sauce as to how I do it on CapCut, which is a free software on your Mac and PC. So let's keep watching.
The high guard, made famous by Canelo, to stalk your fighter, your opponent, okay, to get in inside, tire them out, break them down with those body punches, and eventually knock them down. Go.
All right, so now let's move on to the reward section. So we've got the attention, we've retained attention, and at the end of the video, we need a reward to, reward people for sticking to the end. And let's see how we do that here.
Go out and practice those 3 guards and follow for more.
So go out there and practice those 3 guards and follow for more. So go out there and practice those 3 guards is like the nice summary statement at the end that makes people feel good. It's comfy. It's nice. And then follow for more is the call to action, which is after the reward. So that's pretty much it in terms of scripts. And if you want to learn how I script videos more in depth, you can check out this video right here where I share how I script TikTok videos. But that's pretty much it. I hope that video was helpful. I really enjoy making these breakdowns of the psychology and how I script videos, because I feel like there's a lot of energy and mental focus, or psychology at least, that I try to use in each video to optimize it to get as many views as possible for myself and clients. So if you want more tutorials just like this, please comment that down below, because I just need to know that there is an audience watching it and benefits from it. If not, I could just make more video editing tutorials, but we'll see where the channel takes me. But I'm quite passionate about educational content, so thanks for all your support. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Junius. I'm a medical student in New Zealand, which is why I keep using the medical school example. I organize everything on my channel into playlists, and yeah, it's all about educational content currently. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.